Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the happy hour. It's Thursday. Hey, let's get some winners flowing. Hey, it's the three amigos. The Ramigos back together again here on a Thursday, coming at you as we always do here. We'll get right to the picks, and first we say hello to the Cappers, and then we'll get right to it as we always do here. Hey, Ron and Ramon, how's your Thursday afternoon treating you?
Yeah, it's good. One with West Ham. Gave you guys a free premium last night. Hope you took advantage of it. Just got West Ham in the books 2-0. So I'll have another one at the end of the show for you today. But I got a rant. So I gave you Ohio State on the money line. I gave you Texas on the money line. And I gave you Kansas State on the money line. Okay, granted. I just don't understand. Once you're calling a flagrant foul, you have decided that game. And I just do not agree with the referee deciding that game at that point. Yeah, he tugged his jersey, but do you call a flagrant foul one, which the game's over now because they just got possession, 2 shots, the ball, it's over. It's just, I hate seeing referees have a hand in the end of the game. That's just my rant. But anyway, good night last night overall. Got a winning night, and started today with the EPL soccer play of the day. So yeah, good to be here.
How about you, Ramon? How are you doing? And I get you on the rant. I get you because I
wanted to try.
Nobody likes the ref getting in the way and adding a couple points, going tick, 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 and causing a loss. Nobody likes to see that at all. Either does the ref, really. He really, when it comes down to it, as much as we are like, oh, the ref did it, he's interfering with it. It's fixed.
He really did it that time, though. He really did it that time. As soon as he makes that flagrant call, that game's over. Yeah, there's nothing Texas can do. Nothing. And they can't cover. So, yeah.
I have nothing for you on that. I won a couple in the NBA here on the show last night when you asked me, and I won a couple of NBA on the premium. So let's just go tonight and try to get to it here.
Nice. Can't complain about my day yesterday. College hoops, I went light in the NHL and got a loss in that matchup, but 6-2 in college hoops. So continuing to roll there. Let's continue it into tonight's college board. Definitely, I think, a little trickier college basketball slate here tonight than what we seen yesterday. And with that Texas game, I looked at it and I was looking and it moved either way, and I stayed away from that one. But I get it. Refs got to stay out of things. We just let them play. All right, let's get into it. Kick off the NBA to start the evening. We got the Golden State Warriors heading into Orlando. Warriors laying 5 in that matchup. Total up to 212. Takes up a couple points from the 210 it was at this morning. We got the Nuggets heading into Milwaukee, laying 3.5 there in that matchup. Total 241. And then we got Charlotte taking on Dallas. Dallas up to 10 in that matchup. And we're looking at the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Phoenix Suns. We'll leave the last one single alone. Actually, we'll skip the New Orleans Pelicans and Phoenix one. We'll leave it to the end. We'll leave 2 at the end. We'll kick it off at 2 at the end. Let's take at the injury report, see who's in, who's out. Looking at the Bucks side of things, looks like Giannis is going to play. Kenan Portis Robbins out for the Bucks in that one. On the Denver side of things, looks like Murray is going to play. Looking like it was a game time decision this morning. Looks like he is going to play. Kakar and Watson out for Denver in that matchup. Says Gordon, game time decision there in that matchup. Looking at the Golden State Warriors side of things, Jackson Davis, game time decision. Kuminga out for the Warriors. On the Orlando side of things, Anthony, game time decision for the Magic. And we know Suggs is still out there. And looking at the Charlotte side of things, Ball, game time decision for Charlotte. Jeffries, game time decision. Moore, game time decision. Nurkic, game time decision. Man, there's a big list on the Charlotte side, game time decision. Last game of the road trip, kind of all these popped up. On the Dallas side of things, PJ Washington, game time decision. Powell, game time decision. Davis, Gafford, Lively, Martin out for Dallas. Hang on over to Ron. What do you think there in those first 3?
Yeah, I'm not going to sing tonight, but you know what the deal is on the Magic. No. We're not going with the Magic. And I'll tell you why. They're 3-5 as a home underdog this year. losing by an average of 11 points. They're not a good home underdog. Please, people, stop believing in this Magic team. We're going to take Golden State in a rout in this one, probably by 11 or 12, looking that way. And I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't like Denver on the road laying points, so give me Milwaukee in that one.
Heading over to Ramon. What do you think of those ones, Ramon?
Ron, I thought Ron was going to break out. No, I don't smoke it no more. Tired of waking up on
And do Olivia Newton-John. Have to believe we are magic. No, we're not magic tonight.
All right. Let me go to the Hornets and the Mavericks. Rod talked about it. I couldn't get on the premium. We just don't know about LaMelo, and maybe it doesn't matter. Charlotte's not looking too great offensively as this trip rides on. I know a lot of people talking about the 9 straight games. Don't forget, they did spend some time on the All-Star break there, a little bit relaxing. So hasn't been 9 straight games on the road. Nonetheless, the Hornets have not looked good. I'm going to take the under with the Hornets and the Mavericks. Even if Ball is in there, I'm going to have to look. They rated it a little bit high here with the number for me today at 221.5 right now, and that's how I'm going to go. Dallas has gone under in 4 of their last 5 games coming in. Charlotte's gone under in 5 of their last 7 trips here into Dallas, so I'm going to take the under here with the Hornets and the Mavericks tonight. Dallas already shows a little bit of penchant for the under, and the way the Hornets are going, Rod, it looks like just a bunch of gas ratings, 88 here. So give me the under with Hornets and Mavericks.
And for me in this time slot, I'm looking at the under in that Golden State Orlando Magic game. You look at what the Warriors do. Yeah, I'm looking. Where is that? There we go. We're looking at the Orlando Magic the Warriors as a favorite on the road of 6 points or less. Well, they're 5-1 to the under this year on the road as a road favorite of 6 points or less. So I like the under there because you look what the Magic do against these defenses that give it up. This Warriors team defensively isn't the greatest defensively, and when this Magic faces those type of teams, guess what? 30-12 to the under. So. I don't agree with the 2 tick point up. Well, I do agree because I'm going to take the under, so I'll take the extra 2 points you gave me from what it was this morning. Get an even better number there in that matchup. And then I looked at this Bucks game taking on Denver. I'm going to take the Bucks in the first half. I think they come out strong here in the first half. I don't want to be part of any second half shenanigans that you get in these NBA games. But I like the Bucks here in the first half to keep it close in this one. Did have a trend on a number. I think it's like 8-1 or something for the Bucks in the first half, following some road game, I believe it is. But it's been a big number, anyways. Take the Bucks in the first half there in that matchup. And Charlotte and Dallas, I don't know, with all those guys out, my bet's looking pretty good. I'm glad I stuck with the minus 19.5 plus the 375 in that one. I think Dallas whoops up Charlotte. You look what Charlotte's done over the last 5; they've struggled to score more than 100 points. I think if they score 96, Dallas drops $120. Hey, we get the minus 19.5 plus 375 in that matchup. All right, let's take care of the NBA slate with the last 2 games. We got the Pelicans taking on Phoenix. Phoenix laying 7.5 now. It was 8.5. So we've seen some money come in on these Pelicans here in this one. And then we got the Timberwolves taking on the Lakers. Lakers laying 6 in that one. Total 228. I think that total stuck pretty much there in that one. Let's see who's in and who's out in those 2 games. And the Lakers side of things, LeBron James game time decision. He'll be in that one. Minnesota's the big questions. DiVincenzo game time decision. Anthony Edwards game time decision for the Timberwolves there in that matchup. The other Edwards out. Gobert out. Randall out for the Timberwolves. Looking at the Pelican side of things, Boston Brown and Olynyk out for the Pelicans. On the Suns side of things, Beal game time decision for the Suns in that one. Martin and Morris out. Hang on over to Ron. What do you think of those 2, Ron?
Yep, in this spot, I got my NBA 3-point play. Crushed it last night with Detroit outright against Boston. Let's do it again tonight. I'm going to look at the Minnesota and Lakers game. You know, the Lakers is a home favorite. I don't like them laying more than 5. I think that's that magic number, and we're at 6 right now. I would wait on the status of Anthony Edwards, though. So kind of if you can get that before the game time, go ahead and get those points with Minnesota. I think Edwards plays, and it looks like DiVincenzo may be back too. So, yeah, I'm going to take plus points with the Minnesota Timberwolves in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those two, Ramon?
Not much. No.
Not much.
All right. I have to do it. I'll talk about the Pelicans and the Suns. Can both teams lose against the spread? I guess not. I'll take the Pelicans here, the lesser of two evils at this point. I mean, the Pelicans have failed to cover the spread in 7 of their last 8 on the road. And the Suns are, the most dismal spread team around, going 8-18 against the spread at home and 11-23 as a favorite. I guess I'll take the Pelicans as a lesser of two evils here. At least they won and covered in those last 2 games against the Spurs, and they also got a win recently over the Kings. Meanwhile, for the Suns, it's just pretty much the same. They failed in 3 of the last 4. Yeah, they got the money against the Grizzlies last time out in that wild 300-point game, but look, they pretty much squandered that one too. So I'll take the Pelicans. We're getting some points at least here tonight, 7.5. So give me the Pelicans here on the show.
You know what? I like the over in that game. I don't want to pick a side. We know both sides. We're like, yeah, Pelicans on the road, only a couple wins. Not great cover machines on the road of the Pelicans. 4 wins on the road, right? So it's like, don't want to try to catch the Pelicans there. But I get it. I think too many points against the Suns team, but I just can't do it there in that one. I like the over. I think we see plenty of points on both sides. Not a lot of defense played. Give me the over 236.5. The over is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings between these 2 clubs. So give me the over there. And then Timberwolves and the Lakers. Yeah, that's a total pass for me on that one. I'm going to Ruffalo that one right out of the using my Ruffalo. I got no opinion on that one at all. I would lean to the Lakers. They're playing the better ball. I need to know who's in for that game. It's really tough to make a decision and tell you to put your money on that game. If there's no Anthony, and Edwards or DiVincenzo, man, you might be looking at an extendo with the Lakers. That line will completely skyrocket from 6. It'll probably be up to 9, 10 in spots. So until I actually know who's in or who's out, I can't lay a bet on that game. All right, let's head on over to the college basketball slate of things. Definitely some good games here tonight. Some of those small mid-major conferences, but there's some definitely.
That's all it is, man. This is a Sean Hayes card if I've ever seen. Woo!
Pile of mid-majors going tonight.
Man.
It is what it is. But I like some of these mid-majors.
Good value. Let's get some value. Yeah, let's get some value.
I guess
what it is we follow this right from the beginning of the year, right? And when you do follow it on these days, hey, at the beginning of the year, you're like, yeah, past that, right? And then
now you're stuck.
Now you're stuck. Yeah, right? As the time's going on.
Saturday, I'm not even looking at these games.
Yeah, Saturday, you're not looking at these games. No, most likely not.
The old ESPN tonight.
Right.
Right. So we got a whole pile of 7 p.m. Eastern games. So we'll do everything. We'll include everything before. So all the way up to 8 p.m. Eastern and earlier. So a whole pile there. Look at that. The Green Bay team's laying points tonight. The Gottlieb's laid 3.5 there in that matchup. Woo! Yeah, let's get her on here tonight. Definitely some good games going. We'll kick it on over to Ron. What do you got for us, Ron?
Yeah, going to look at VMI, the key dot. We're going to take the plus 10.5. There's an ugly one for you. I'm also going to look at NJIT in Vermont. Vermont is not a good road team covering as a favorite. So take NJIT in that one. Another ugly one, New Hampshire. Yeah, we're going to go with New Hampshire plus the 7.5. And I don't have any premiums tonight because it's been kind of a rough run in college basketball. But if I did, I want you to write this one down. Take Campbell plus 4. I think they win the game outright.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got for us, Ramon?
Yeah, in this group, I'll look at a couple of games here. I'm going to end up on Hofstra here and lay the points -6 right now against Stony Brook. I think Stony kind of winding down here, just 6 wins all season. So give me Hofstra here and lay the points right now. Currently at 6.5. So I better note that. Take Hofstra here over Stony Brook, and I'm going to go down here to Hampton against Drexel here in this one, and I'm going to end up on Drexel. They seem to be a little bit warm right now for sure, covering 4 out of their last 5 games, laying a small number here now as the move looks like it actually came in on Hampton today. It's down to 3.5, so I'm going to take Drexel and lay 3.5 against Hampton.
And the first one we're going to kick off for me here in this spot is we got Sanford taking on VMI. I'm going to give you a total on that one. I like the under. It's at 155.5 there in that matchup. And you look at VMI's last 6 games have totaled 152 or fewer points. So I think we're getting some value there with the total of 155.5. Give us the under in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at in this time spot of games is, you know what? Bryant's been a solid team, but on the road, not so much. 6-9 ATS as a spread cover spot there for Bryant on the road. In the last 5, haven't looked so good. 1-4 ATS. This UMass Lowell team, though, at home, 13-3 straight up. And you're going to give me more than a possession with them? I'll take it. Give me UMass Lowell plus the 3.5 there in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at in this time spot of games. Scrolling down, scrolling. It's give me the over here between Wagner and the LIU Sharks. That's totals at $116.5. Low total, really low total, right? And we're digging at it. But listen to this: 48 of LIU's last 49 night games at home have produced 123 or more points at home in that matchup. give me the over 116.5 in that low total. I think we just sneak over the total now and cruise into the $120s.
Those trends.
There.
Gotta love those trends.
How could you not? 48-1? I'm not getting off that. 48-1. Look how much money you're up. Big bucks. Give me the over there in that match.
At night when there's a full moon and
nah, because that wasn't included. That's just home games.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it too, especially because of Wagner, and Wagner does play down. But if you look long term a little bit, yeah, you're right. I mean, those LIU
that's
games.
Over.
I'm not comparing.
That's over more than one season when you look at that number. It's just a night game total. It's at home at night. That's all it is. Do they play more night games than at home? Just how long that is. 48-1 over how many home games they play in the season? 18, 20 at best. So it's a couple seasons worth of number there. So
yeah. It's Wagner that drags you into that, but LIU should win, and I think they should do pretty well in that game. So I think
I like LIU there.
All kidding aside on that, Rod. Yeah, no, I get it.
Right. So it's flying over the total. Lock of the night. We're going to add it in there. Somebody wanted to make fun of a trend and say that we were, the trend on a Wednesday or Thursday. Guess what? That trend's going to be the lock of the night. I've only given out one lock of the night, and that happened pretty well for us. We cashed big on that lock of the night. Remember? I was on my own little island in that one. Now I'm going to take a Wagner Seahawks and an LIU Sharks game over the total. Lock of the night. Scoop it up. By the way, it's a freemium. It's already in as a premium play. So premium play as well as the lock of the night.
Get my highlighter out here for that one.
Your handy dandy notebook there, Ramon.
For that one. And I'm going to go the other way against you, Ramon. I'm going to take Hampton there in that one. The Pirates have been absolutely playing the better ball right now. 5-0 straight up, 5-0 against that number. And Drexler, I just haven't liked what I've seen at home. They're a 500 club, 6-6. They may be 8-3 against that spread, but I'm sure they've been getting points. Not having to lay points there. Drexler at home, covering numbers, especially being 6-6. You know that they've been a dog in a few of those. And 2 and 3 in the last one. No, give me the Pirates there in that matchup. And I think that wraps it all the way up. Let's see if we got one more here. I like Towson here at home. William Mary burnt me last time, so I don't trust you. I don't trust you on the road. 4-10 in your games on the road this season, 5-9 against that number as well. So give me Towson, better club at home. They win by 10 plus there in that matchup. And look, nobody wanted to touch it here with this Green Bay club, eh? Why not?
Well,
Nobody wants to lay it with Green Bay in that. Detroit Mercy on the road is awful. I'm telling you, 2 wins on the road. This is 2 wins versus 2. This is that is your 1-800 DGen special of the night. we should leave that up to the chat. What do you guys think? Who are you taking there, Detroit or Green Bay? It's I don't know.
Hey,
Arena.
look, make fun of Green Bay all you want. They own this series against the Titans. 11-1 straight up, 6-1 against the spread when playing at home last decade. So
I want to say it's almost 20 straight. I think at home versus. I think I've seen a number. I'll let me look it up as we head on into the next slate of college basketball action. We'll finish off the card. We'll go from the 8 p.m. Eastern all the way to the Riverside and Hawaii late night bailout game to end things. We'll kick it on over to Ron. What do you got, Ron?
I mean, Middle Tennessee State over New Mexico State. I think they win the game straight up in that one. And UC Irvine now laying 18. They don't cover 18 on the road. I know it's Cal State Fullerton, but Fullerton's going to hang in this one. This is your ugly, ugly, ugly dog of the night. Take plus 18 with Fullerton. And I love this Triton team, man. This San Diego Triton team is just on fire. I cannot wait for the tournament so they can really show what they got. You know, they did go into Irvine, beat them outright, and crushed them. Give me UC San Diego right there, -6.
Sounds good. How can you not? They've been playing lights out basketball there. I've been the Tritons. Remember the Tritons. And over to Ramon. What do you think of the late night slate, bro?
Yeah, it's been amazing for UCSD considering this team was just D2 about a decade ago. All right, I'm going to go to Ron's Ruse, if you know what I mean. Let's take Missouri, Kansas City tonight against Denver. I think they're on a pretty decent run here right now against the Pioneers here. Mo KC 5-2 against the spread. Their last 7 against Denver. Denver's looking pretty decent on the road. Gonna have to cover a number here. Give me Missouri, Kansas City, and we'll lay the points there tonight. And also gonna move next to Tennessee Tech in their matchup against Western Illinois. Tennessee Tech here laying points at home, but they've been okay this year in that role as a home favorite. And Western Illinois has failed 5 straight on the road. So give me Tennessee Tech here and lay the points at home against Western Illinois Leathernecks tonight.
Sounds good.
Snap at 8. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was just for that stat I was looking at. Guess what? It's been Detroit Mercy has lost their last 20 road games against the conference opponent on the road. So 20 road losses for Detroit Mercy.
Yeah, but 2 possessions. I don't know, Rod. 2 possessions. I can't do it.
I'm not saying I'm rushing into the window to bet it. I'm just saying it's one of those.
No, it might be a get right spot for Green Bay. I agree. Spooner's in the chat. Morgan Spooner, how you doing out there? Yeah, he's saying Green Bay gets it monkey off their back. So we'll see what happens. They did play very well their last game. I mean, a lot better than everybody thought. So we might see something different tonight. But I don't know.
They've covered some spreads. I think I want to say they're 11 and 16. I think against the number this season, something like that. Not completely. There's definitely worse teams against the spreads than the Green Bay for sure.
Mercy's getting beat by 14.9 on the road, so right.
It's 20 straight conference losses. It's like it's. I get why the line is where it is, and it hasn't budged. So I haven't seen the money movies and that, but I bet you there's some money on Detroit Mercy at 3.5 over possession in that one. All right, the ones I like in this time slate, the close of the night, definitely not my favorite slate, but I'm wearing the hat for good reason. I don't trust Rutgers on the road here at all. I know some people are like, oh, Rutgers is too many points for Michigan. Yeah, I've seen Michigan whoop the snot out of teams at home here in this one, and that's what they're going to do to Rutgers here tonight. Rutgers 3-6 on the road, 3-6 against that number. I haven't liked what I've seen. This is one of those get right spots. Michigan 4-1 straight up. hey, they were in that with Michigan State the whole way. It's Michigan State just pulled away late. It is what it is. Guess what? That happens. They get the rematch coming in. I want to say March 9th. I want to see is what I'm. When I was making some schedules, I want to say March 9th, I think, is the rematch for Michigan against Michigan State. So they'll get to see Michigan State again. But right now they're going to face Rutgers and whoop them up. Big. Take them by 15 plus there in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is, where is it? There it is. I'm going to take St. Mary's here. Lay the big 13 number. I don't trust LMU here in this spot. I know LMU at home, 11-5 at home, solid club at home, but I just don't trust them here against St. Mary's. To look at the total, 132. I think LMU is going to struggle mightily to put up enough points to keep it close. St. Mary's wins by 20 because they can defensively just slow down LMU in that matchup and pull away. I think to an under. I think we get. If you want to even find a team total for LMU and take it under as well in that matchup. And then the
They're
late
a
night
great
game.
road favorite too. You look at St. Mary's, great road favorite. That is going to be dangerous in the tournament. Keep an eye on them.
Huge, right? Like huge.
Mhm.
Watch out. But I don't know. You can never count out Gonzaga. They can come rolling along.
That's
Any
true.
second.
Still got to win the tournament.
Yeah, still got to win the tournament. But,
Who's the best out of these four mid-major teams? Gonzaga, St. Mary's, VCU, or UCSD?
Ooh.
UCSD is ranked. I just know that they're not really highlighting UCSD. They're fourth out of those teams, but man, I want to see them against any of those. Can't wait for them to hopefully
I think
win this.
VCU all they have is really defense, Ramon. I don't trust them offensively. UCSD, I would say, are better than I don't know if they got the size for Gonzaga. That's the only thing.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm a homer, so I'm going to take Gonzaga by default.
What does Tony say? Gonzaga represents Western Canada, and that's Rod's place right there.
That's my place right there. That's not far. Yeah. Well, they I don't know. I watch out. I think they start to turn things up. It's that time of the year. The calendar's about to turn to March. Gonzaga is going to be known. I just think the SEC conference tournament is going to be insane, though.
It's going to be brutal down here, man.
Gauntlet in that.
Brutal.
In that one.
I think the Big 12 is going to be pretty exciting too.
Pretty exciting too,
Big
right?
12 should be really exciting. Yeah. If Iowa State can get healthy.
Right. And then they'll that's the thing if Iowa State can get healthy. Because if they're a healthy squad, they're tough to beat too. There is a bunch of squads this year that I can say that if they cruise into the Final Four and you were like, ooh, didn't see that coming, you would. Because you would be like, ooh, they were pretty good all season long. There's a handful of teams that I can say that I'm not seeing a clear-cut winner like UConn that we have over the last couple seasons. Some people are all talking about, oh, here comes UConn again.
You could have a 3 or 4 seed win this whole thing.
Yeah.
That's how deep this thing is this year.
This is, yeah. It's exciting. No walkaways. We don't see clear-cut Sweet 16 winners. All right, let's skate on over the ice and check out what we got there on the ice. Good going tonight. A few games on the board. Just a cool dozen. We'll kick it off with the 7 o'clock games. I believe that's we'll split it almost right down the middle. Just about. We'll leave the San Jose Montreal game out. So all the 7 o'clock games, it includes Edmonton taking on Florida, the Islanders taking on Boston, St. Louis taking on Washington, Columbus taking on Detroit, Buffalo taking on Carolina, and Calgary in to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. What do you think of those ones, Ron?
I got 3 premiums out there for you tonight, so you can grab those up, plus my NHL slap shot play. Took a dive again last night, so we got to get that one back rolling. I'm going to look at, first of all, I'm going to look at Boston. I just don't like the Islanders. I don't know why they're laying points here, or on the road as a favorite. Not a good road favorite at all are the Islanders. I think Boston at home as an underdog is probably the play there. Carolina, I'm laying it with the puck line in that one. They're great at home. They just suck on the road. We saw that the other night. We went straight against them. Fade them on the road as a road favorite. You don't want no part of Carolina, so I'm going to take Carolina back at home on the puck line in that one. Rematch of the Stanley Cup. Edmonton's been waiting for this one. Then they're a dog. I think Edmonton might get them. They've been looking forward to this one. You got your right goalies in there. Bobrovsky and Skinner is going to go. And, I look for Edmonton to come in there where they lost it last year in Game 7. So give me Edmonton in that one.
What do you think in those ones, Ramon?
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to switch here, Rod. I was going to give out the Sharks and Canadiens game with my Canadians, but let me go to here. I'll try the Red Wings here. I know I got to go to a favorite here in this one, but just take a look at what they're up to right now. Obviously, winning 9 of their last 11 games right now. Columbus, woohoo! We've made a ton of money on Columbus at home. On the road, not so much. They give away about a quarter of a unit a game. So Detroit in this real groove here right now. They've won 6 of the last 7. And I'm going to lay a little bit here, $1.50 or so, but maybe you want to take them into regulation or maybe -1. Give me the Red Wings tonight as my pick here on the first group over Columbus tonight. Keep it going, Red Wings. Great story.
Yeah, definitely. The Red Wings, you look at the Red Wings, hey, they've won 9 straight night games. Let's put it that way for you. They've been hot, 8-1-1 their last 10 as well. So just as you alluded to, Columbus on the road, don't want to be laying anything with Columbus on the road. So take Detroit there. And that one, I kind of agree with you there. And the other one I'm looking at is the Oilers in this spot. But I like this 60-minute draw first. I think we're going to see a battle. No Tkachuk in the lineup for the Florida Panthers in this one tonight. No Darnell Nurse. Both of those guys are out. It will be Bobrovsky taking on Skinner, but no Tkachuk in for the Panthers in that matchup. And
they must have got sick or something because it says illness on Brady and him, right?
Injury.
They get sick.
Injury. He
illness
had one of
on
those.
Matthew.
Well, because they sat him, right? They sat him in that Finland game.
Yep.
So he's been dealing with a nagging, I believe it's an ankle injury, but he's been dealing, don't quote me on that, but he's definitely been dealing with a nagging injury. They sat him for the Finland game trying to rest him. And then instead of, as Paul Maurice alluded to, we want him to come back, but we don't want to rush him back. It's middle of the season here. We can afford to let him sit a few games and get him back 100% healthy. So that's why they chose to just sit him instead of pushing it. If this was Game 6 of the Stanley Cup, then I think he probably would have been put there ripping, roaring around the ice, but it's not. So better safe than sorry, especially in the regular season there in that one. So I think a 60-minute draw in that one. Oilers are a big dog, too, in that price, especially with no Tkachuk. I like 60-minute draw. And then, of course, I like the Oilers to win it. McDavid also had an interview where somebody called him out, said, hey, you need to play better. He agreed they needed to play better. He also called out his line mates as well. You look at them. McDavid's a -7 since returning back to play from the Four Nations. So that's not good. That means you've given up 7 goals when you've been on the ice. Like that, but that'll change.
Yeah, I kind of look at Rod. It's kind of like, the Oilers, for whatever reason, this season, last season, slow starts to the season. Maybe here this extended break, Connor's involvement in the turn. They'll be there. It's just been a really rough couple of games here for sure. So they can,
this one's circled. They've lost a couple in a row. This one's circled. I guarantee it.
Yeah, because the next one's going to be even tougher. But another one I like in this spot, I kind of agree. Give me the Boston Bruins here in this one. Boston loves to play Eastern Conference. You look what the Islanders have been doing, and they haven't been playing good over their last how many games. And also, someone's got a 16-game point streak going in this one as well. His name's Pasternak, and I think he loves to rip it up into Sorokin and get some goals. And especially after that last game. Both these teams have not played good. The Rangers got whooped by their rival, so they're looking for a big bounce back. But the Islanders have 1 win in their last 6 games, so they haven't been good. And sure, Boston had a nice 3-0 lead against their big rival in the Leafs, and they blew that lead late in the game as well. So they're looking for a bounce back. But Boston's been close. They lose 3-2. 4-3, 3-2, 5-4, all 1-goal losses. They've been right there. The puck just bounces the other way for them at times. So I agree. Give me the Boston Bruins there in that one. They've covered 8 straight puck lines against the Eastern Conference opponent as well in that matchup. And then one more we're looking at. I got to agree with you there. You know what Carolina's done at home against Buffalo? 10 straight wins at home versus the Buffalo Sabres. They just dominate Buffalo at home. And some people have been betting Buffalo, though. Why? Because they've been playing some pretty good hockey. And when Buffalo starts playing some good hockey, quick, run the other way. Because usually a losing streak's about to load up with the Buffalo Sabres. It's just maybe I keep expecting them to get over the hill and that hump and start to play good and maybe continue that. But we've always see it. Every time they start to play good and they give you that hope, they just fall off the cliff. I'm sorry, Buffalo Sabres fans. It's got to be just heartbreaking, wrenching is being a Sabres fan over the last few seasons. It's definitely been tough.
Jerry Davis. Someone said the Whalers last night. Yep, the Hartford Whalers are playing tonight. Let's do it.
Yes, the Hartford Whalers. Get the Whalers in there. All right, let's get on to the last 5 games on the ice. Ramon's favorite special one on the ice. We got the San Jose Sharks taking on the Montreal Canadiens in that one. We got Philadelphia taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got the Winnipeg Jets taking on Crashville in that one. And then we got the Minnesota Wild taking on the Utah Hockey Club. Ooh, Utah Hockey Club may laying $180. We got the Anaheim Ducks Dogs against the Canucks. I'm gonna say that a couple times fast. It's like it's the Dr. Seuss roller. We got the Ducks. We got the Ducks. We got the Canucks. Definitely get ready to play some pucks here on Thursday night. And another one game playing the pucks game. We got the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas 400 favorite there in that matchup. Heading on over to Ron. What are you thinking those slate of hockey action?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Washington. I know Charlie Lindgren's gonna be in goal against Hofer, but still, it's Washington Caps team coming off that beat down just a few nights again against Calgary. A good call on that, Rod. But we're gonna go back to Washington, probably in regulation, get a lower juice on that one. And you see, I'm wearing it. Philadelphia. Believe it or not, Philadelphia is 4-1 on the puck line as the road favorite, which we see here. We got Urson in net against Nedeljkovic. I'm going to take Philadelphia, lay the -1.5, get some plus money on that one.
Hang on over to Ramon. What do you think there, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to try the Ducks tonight as a home dog against Vancouver. It's been a tough matchup past couple years for the Ducks here, but at home, a little bit of plus money. They're 7-2-1 of late here in their last 10. So I like them here tonight against Vancouver. I can't tell you Vancouver, isn't without their recent success off that win over the Kings. But look, maybe that was the game a little bit more significant there with the game last night. So coming right back in here tonight to take on Anaheim, I'll try the Ducks here. They've looked good. Look, I've gotten a hard time for kind of supporting the Ducks on a few shows here and there, but I just compared it to, recent memory of the Ducks and what they've been doing last couple of years. I think this has been a good season for the Ducks so far. I'm going to take them tonight.
I agree. Give me the Ducks. Dostal's getting the start for the Ducks there in that matchup. So I don't even need to see who's on the other side in that one. It's going to be an AHL goalie. He had a good little run in the playoffs, but he's definitely come back down to earth as Arthur Silvos for the Canucks. And the Canucks on the back-to-back spot, I don't trust it. Give me the Ducks there in that matchup. And another one I'm looking at in the spot, it's a tough spot for the Winnipeg Jets, I'm telling you. It's a 3-game, 4-night spot for the Winnipeg Jets in that one. And then you played last night, and you played in that one, and then you got to fly down to Nashville and face Crashville. So I still need Winnipeg, but I don't know if we want to be chasing the puck line with Winnipeg there in that one. I don't know if you want to be expecting Winnipeg to win by 2, especially with Connery and goal. Expect Winnipeg to get the win. Maybe take it in regulation. If your book offers at that, then I'm going to lean the Jets that way because go look at the video. I think I almost talked to myself. I was going to take Crashville, and then I was like, what was I thinking? I almost talked myself into Crashville. Give me the Winnipeg Jets in that one. They're just a better club, and I ain't getting in front of the win streak that they got rolling along. No thanks. Okay. Not doing that. So give me the Winnipeg Jets in that one. Nashville's an ass all season long. Another one I like at the spot. I got to go the other way. I just don't trust the Flyers. The Flyers 0-8 following a win as they head into Pittsburgh to PPG Paints Arena. So much as I like it, you look, Philadelphia 2 straight wins, Pittsburgh 2 straight losses. Pittsburgh's looking for some trade bait. They need to start winning a couple games as the trade deadline's fast approaching, and you need to unload some guys for some trade pieces, get some draft picks back. So I think this is the part where Pittsburgh's at home. They play their better hockey. I think they can snag a win against this rivalry here in this one tonight. And the other one I'm looking at is just, this is a pure value play for me. You look at this Minnesota Wild club, and they're dealing with some injuries. X out for the Minnesota Wild in that one, and the line shot up. And then the news that Fleury's going to get the start over Gustafsson, but I'm not laying $1.80 with a Utah club at home. Nope. So this pure value, got to sprinkle on the Minnesota Wild to get the job done there in that hockey battle. All right, that wraps up.
Still the best team on the road, man. Hey, so what's wrong with Aiden Hill? Because that's another miss he's got. So it's Samsonov again tonight. What's going on with Aiden Hill? Anybody know? That's 2 misses in a row, right?
2 misses in a row, right? Let me see.
Yeah, and he is not on the list. He's not on injury list at all.
Maybe just giving him a break. Everybody else got a break, and he was there at the Four Nations. He didn't play a whole lot, right? But
no, that's what I'm saying. It's weird. He should have started tonight. But anyway, yeah.
But he did.
Samsonov
Samsonov looked good against the Kings. Give him that.
He did.
Considering, but he'll start back to back for the first time since mid-October. We'll see what happens. I don't see any news saying.
I haven't seen anything. That's what I was wondering.
I just think what are you going to do down the stretch? Second half of the season, you're going to need Hill. So why not middle of the season? You've got a pretty good lead. You're first overall in the Pacific. You want to give them a little bit of a few game rest. If you look, they've got their schedule isn't like hectic for what they got rolling. I think they play one and they get a couple off and then play another one. So you could almost give Aiden Hill like a week off here and it wouldn't be so bad.
They sure did, because I was expecting him tonight for sure. That was a shocker to me. But I agree with you on Minnesota, man. That line moved way too much. That's some overreaction if I've ever seen it. You still got the best team on the road with the Minnesota Wild. I know Kaprizov is out still, and
see after this
one, X gone now, so till March. Yeah, so
the Knights don't play again until Sunday, right? So why not give another? You give him this game off, and it's another 3 days off for Hill. So he'll be really rested for the Devils. So circle that on your calendar. Circle it on your calendar. New Jersey Devils, but.
Doing fine in that game against the Kings. I thought Samsonov looked fine, and they all fell apart. Everything just fell apart there at the end, and the Kings took over.
Yeah. So that wraps up the hockey slate. That heads us on over into the parlay, or we got a prop play or a game of the future. We'll leave it up to the cappers to decide whatever they like, and then they'll let us know the best they've got going tonight over at Tony's Picks. Just hit the link in the description. That'll get you right on over there. You can find all our best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use Tony T at checkout when you get on over there. All right, let's get on over into this. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to give you another 3 dogs parlay in college basketball. So like I said, I'm staying away from it premium-wise. Just having a rough go of it lately on that one. So sticking with NHL, soccer, and NBA for right now. So for 3 dogs, you want to take VMI plus the points, take New Hampshire plus the points, and take Campbell outright on the money line. What I got tonight, I got a 3-pack in NBA. I got my NBA 3-point play, and I got 4 on the ice, and you can get my NHL slap shot play. So make sure you check those out, and I'll give you a soccer game for tomorrow. Take Stuttgart +1 against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's pretty much 8 points up on Leverkusen, and it looks like RP Leipzig and Mainz is fighting out with Stuttgart there for a European league spot conference and league. So might be able to slip into the Champions League spot, but they're only 3 points out there. So take Stuttgart plus the it's an Asian handicap 0.75, so +1/2 +1, and it's plus money +105, so you can get that tomorrow. All the cappers you're seeing on the sites and the on the YouTube, we're all doing great. We're all on the leaderboard. You see it in the morning with everybody. You see it tonight. Get on a package, pair us up. We got some great cappers doing well in all sports. So don't forget to use that code TonyT at checkout. You'll get 15% off.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
Yeah, let me try another three-teamer tonight here in college basketball. I'll start with Tennessee Martin at home, laying the points against the Screaming Eagles of Southern Indiana for leg number 1. And then I'm going to move to the extra board for the next 2. I'm going to take New Hampshire here, plus the points against Maine. Maine here laying 7.5 or so, I think, right now. New Hampshire. I'm taking New Hampshire here. Not a great matchup here, obviously, but I like these points at home with New Hampshire. They kind of have had a Maine's number a little bit. And I'm going to go for my third matchup here. Rod's favorite team, Mercyhurst. I'm going under, though, of course, with Chicago State. I got to talk. If we're going to have a show like this on mid-major Thursday, if I don't put the Chicago State game in there, I haven't done my job against Rod's Lakers. Give me the under, Chicago State and Mercyhurst. So it's Tennessee Martin, lay the points. New Hampshire, take the points. And Chicago State and Mercyhurst over 138.5. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, I've got packages tonight, NBA, NHL, college basketball. Actually, my NBA is a standalone tonight. I got the $19 discount play on my play in the NBA, and I've got packages lined up in NCAA ball and NHL. I'm up 9 units over the last 7 days over there at Tony's Picks. So why not grab the package from me and keep it rolling here? My college basketball package continues to cash. So please head on over there to Tony'sPicks.com. Maybe team me up with one of my partners here and use that promo code if you go with those individual packages, Tony T at checkout. Save 15%. Let's have a good night here, guys. Look, we don't want to complain about it. We're not going to get many more cards like this one as we move into conference tournament action. And, we'll be glad about that too. But appreciate you having me on today, Rod.
Hey, glad to have you, Ramon. So is everybody else because you're giving out some winners. So definitely stay hot. All right, let's get into what I like. Hey, somebody said they wanted an 11-teamer. How about an 8-teamer? We'll give you an 8-legger. How's that? Let's go for an 8-legger tonight. DJ,
we got to know, though, is New Hampshire on there? Because then we got a 3-way there. So, yeah.
No, but no New Hampshire. Well, actually, give me a second. Let me finish this parlay first, and then I'll tell you. It's all in the NHL. We're going to go with an 8-leg parlay in the NHL. We're going to kick it off with the Washington Capitals on the money line, the Tampa Bay Lightning on the money line, the Carolina Hurricanes on the money line, the Boston Bruins on the money line, the Detroit Red Wings on the money line, the Winnipeg Jets on the money line, the Anaheim Ducks on the money line. And I know the only one that Ron's going to be against, but throw that hat over there in the corner.
Philadelphia.
Put the Pittsburgh Penguins on the money line in that matchup. And that'll give you your 8-leg parlay for a nice plus 7,466. So, 74 to 1 on your parlay. $10 gets you 756 if you want to put $100 on it.
There you go.
Oh my God.
DGen, you'll get 7.5K. So there it is. There's your 8-legger DGen parlay of the night.
If I hit this, I'm taking tomorrow off.
Me too.
Me too. Culinary specialist.
All the off, Tony would be like, "What's going on? Where'd everybody go?" We hit the 8-leg DGen parlay of the night. Sorry, Tony.
And our culinary specialists in the chat want to know your seasoning recipe there, Rod.
Oh,
I have to write it down. And it's secret. I put a whole bunch of stuff into it. It's the herbs and spices I've concocted since my 30 years of cooking. Of course, you got to have the regular. You got the onion powder. You got the garlic powder. Everybody likes that. I like a little bit of smoked paprika in there. A little bit of brown sugar for some heat. And then a couple different ones. I like a chipotle pepper in there and throwing some cayenne pepper as well. Because why? Cayenne pepper is good. Throw in a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of ginger. You load it all up. It's just like one of those big mix spices, and then just pack it on.
Well, I'll just throw some Montreal seasoning on there. I don't know if that's a little sodium heavy, though, Rod. Maybe I should calm it down.
You can have a little bit of salt, right? don't be you need that salt in your diet as much as people are say like, hey, whoa down the salt. You still need it. Your body needs.
Hey, this is a sports show. Hey, recovering tailgating. Get on, come on. Yeah, recovering tailgating too. Let's do it.
I'm quite sure Higgsy is out there barbecuing something right now.
I'm sure he's cooking right now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. This is his card for sure, though. Let me tell you that much.
Exactly. So that wraps up today's show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you and for tuning into these shows, because without you guys, we're not here doing this. So thanks everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we catch you on the next one. Have a good one.
See you later, guys.